Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this week, and I came home with 6 new comics, 5 from my pull list, and I picked up this first issue of Curse Words. I read the preview of this in Image Plus, and it was okay, but I really liked I like this cover. I like the colors. I like the drawing. I just think it's pretty cool. This may be the first comic I'm going to be reading by Charles Soule. I don't think I've actually read anything by him before, even though he's been around writing stuff for a while now. I think this is, I barely remember the preview, except it was a world where magic is real and you hire magicians to do things. And like I said, I thought the artwork was pretty cool. I liked the bright colored artwork. I guess it's, I don't even know. Good magicians, evil magicians, all running around, doing whatever. I'll figure it out. Oh, last week's number 1, what was it? God Country. That was solidly okay. I mean, it wasn't good enough to make my pull list right now, but it was, not terrible or anything. It was, what was that one? A family going to help out some dying grandfather who was an SOB, and the mother was mad that she had to help out her father-in-law who was an SOB, and then he gets some super secret weapon and turns into a superhero or something. I don't know. But God Country was all right, just not all right enough. We will see how Curse Words is. And next we have Drifter issue number 16. Nice, scary skull and a space helmet costume. Drifter. I think this is coming to an end soon. What did they say? Issue 19? This is 16? I'm not sure about that, but I know it's coming to an end. I can't remember the exact issue number. I'll be sad to see it go. I've very much been enjoying Drifter, but the story's all coming to a head now, and all of our characters are gathered together, and some of them were shooting and beating each other last issue, and Jacques, all sorts of stuff going on. But Drifter has been one of my favorite strange books that I've read in a while. Sci-fi, western kind of thing, but with just a whole dose of strangeness in it. Oh, one other thing. I wanted to do a video. I haven't done it yet because I haven't quite figured out how to shoot it. But I've never been a huge fan of these Drifter covers. I just find them a little chaotic and dark and whatever. But I saw them digitally recently. I collected them all digitally, just the covers, on my iPad. And I was surprised at, how much I liked the covers. They were really meant to be seen digitally. The glow of them and the brightness of them is definitely doesn't work in print. So I wanted to figure out a way to shoot the digital and print side by side and see if I can capture the difference. But I haven't yet done that. We'll see if I figure out the right way to shoot it. But until then, I just like. I don't like this logo at all. I even liked it in the digital version, because it had a glow to it in the digital version that made sense with the rest of it. Here it's just kind of dots and lines that don't make sense. But anyway, check out Drifter. It's a book I've really been enjoying. And here we go with Kill or Be Killed. Issue number 5. Guess this is the beginning of the second story arc, even though there hasn't really been a story arc in this. It's supposed to be an ongoing, and but they collected the collection of the first 4 issues is out today, and I'd say pick it up if you haven't checked out Kill or Be Killed. I've been enjoying it. I enjoy all the Brubaker, Phillips, and Breitweiser stuff. Here we go with our hero who's got to kill one bad person a month, or a demon comes and gets him. If the demon's around, we're not even sure. But, the beginning of the last issue was, see, this might not be real, right, him with a cop drawing down on him, because the beginning of last issue started with a fantasy of him trying to figure out how he should kill someone. But love the art. Sean Phillips draws conversations so nicely. I'm not there. I guess he's out there looking for someone. Good book. I'm not quite sure what to say about it because all his stuff is good. But if you like sort of some vigilante justice book, and also what's not in the trade are these wonderful back matter written by Kim Morgan, Little Murders, where they give you, they've had back matter in almost all his comics, but there's a little essay on crime and criminals they've had in this one. Oops. So it's just, it's usually really good. Like I said, the Fade Out had a lot of stuff on movies, I think, and crime, and the first ones in this had stuff on crime. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, you won't find it in the trade, but it's in the individual issues. And like I said, I enjoy it. I enjoy it cover to cover. And here we have Dark Horse Presents, issue number 30. Wow, volume 3, issue number 30. There's been a lot of Dark Horse Presents. What do we got? The Black Beetle, The Red Hook, Brooklyn Blood, Francesco Francavilla, Dean Haspiel, Levitz, and Hamilton. I've been enjoying all of these. I mean, the Black Beetle sure is cool. It's this noir story. I think it takes place, I don't know when, I can't even remember, the 30s or something. But the Francesco Francavilla artwork is very nice. He's got his toned down color palette that he always uses. That's a 1930s car, maybe even a 1920s. I don't know. I don't know my cars that well. And it was Black Sinister. That one's been a strange story about this guy kicking ass in a town, and the town kicked his ass by getting some crazy thing after him, and then the crazy thing is after everybody in the town. What else do we have in here? Let's see. Brooklyn Blood, our cop story with a little supernatural aspect to it. Serial killer in Brooklyn is also hunting the cops, or this one particular cop he's got something against. We don't know what. The Murder Society. This one has been a little weirdly depressing. Well, how can it not be? Because it's about these group of serial killers who get together and they're telling stories about their best kills, and it's really creepy and gives you a depressing look at human nature. If serial killers actually did form their own social club and such things as that. And let's see what I got. Any more Dean? Oh, we got some more Finder, my favorite. Nice toilet shot. You can always count on Carla Speed McNeil for some odd things. Jager's back. It's kind of hard to describe what's been going on in Finder. It's a sort of society story about someone's discontent with her life in this strange Finder society. And there's a nice double-page spread from Dean Haspiel and The Red Hook. I enjoyed the first episode of that. Once again, Dean was getting a little poetic with us there in The Red Hook, as the Red Hook was held captive in some sort of love, I don't know, love crime was going on. I don't quite know how to describe it, but there's a look at all of the stories in Dark Horse Presents this month. They're all pretty good. And next we have Manifest Destiny, issue number 25. Wow. Is this the beginning of a new story arc, or did it begin last issue? I can't remember. I remember the Bigfoot story arc just came to an end. So I can't remember the new one started. Well, if the new one started last issue, I can't remember what it's about. Lewis and Clark off on their expedition. That's right, they were taking up winter quarters. Now I remember. They were taking up winter quarters. They had someone coming after some sort of old enemy. The first guy who came through before Lewis and Clark made some enemies of the natives. And now the natives are kind of angry at Lewis and Clark, and there may be some demonic stuff going on too. But it's been a good book so far. Lewis and Clark versus monsters. Well drawn, well written, and I think this one is, since it's a Skybound book, it's still only $2.99. So go find yourself some Skybound books to read. And now we will end up with Motor Girl, Terry Moore. He's so good at the subtlety of expressions. Didn't even notice that little alien down there. So now we're finding out that things are really not what it seems in this book. The gorilla there is fictional, is in her mind, I think, and these aliens may be in her mind. We're not sure what's going on with Motor Girl here, or the people who want to buy her property. But I enjoyed the first two books thoroughly. I'm sure I'll enjoy this one. Look at that beautiful Terry Moore artwork. I guess she's getting her head examined. She suffers from PTSD from her time in Iraq. Oh, someone wants to build a casino. From her time in Iraq. I think it was Iraq. Maybe it was Afghanistan. I'm not sure. There's the woman who owns the property. I guess casino buyers want to buy it. They haven't quite revealed. That was just a spoiler for me, since they haven't quite revealed yet what the guys who want to buy her property want to buy it for. I guess it's a casino, or someone was yelling casino for no reason. That the old woman did say if it was a casino, she wanted a piece of the action. But anyway. New story, Motor Girl. I think this one's supposed to be a short series, but a couple of his others were supposed to be shorter, but he kept them going after because I guess it was selling and he still had interest in it. But Motor Girl, I'm along for the ride. Good stuff. Finally, if you've saw my video early in the week, you've I've taken to I got some old comics that my local shop was throwing away, and I tore them up and was drawing on them. They're next issues, so you can see the comic book behind the drawing. These I call them monsters on comics because I'm drawing all sorts of monster faces. And this is black marker and Conte Crayon. And Conte Crayon is I guess it's a kind of chalk, but it's actually made out of clay. And it comes, matter of fact, I just bought some, when I was at the comic shop, I stopped off at our AC Moore and got some Conte Crayon, which I before doing these, I haven't used Conte Crayon in a decade, and I never used it a whole lot, but it's really good for laying down this white. Oh, look, that one's over a letters page. It's really good for laying down this white over the black marker and over the print of the newsprint. You can see, and it makes a nice little, it blends in with the marker a lot, and makes some grays or whatever. But a Conte Crayon actually looks like this. There we go. There's two little square pieces. And as I discovered at the art store, matter of fact, I even got brown, or sanguine, I think this color is called. Just I want to try out mixing that with the white, see what I can do. But Conte Crayon isn't cheap. It's $5 for these two little sticks. And it's a good thing I had my reading glasses with me, because they're very delicate too. And these were the only two packages where the Conte Crayon wasn't broken, because that's what happens to Conte Crayon an awful lot. It breaks into littler pieces, and then you got to work with little smaller pieces, and it's a big pain in the neck. But what the heck, I figured I'd work with a little more Conte Crayon. I almost used up the one stick. I'd been sitting around for 10 years making a whole bunch of these drawings. Big teeth. Side teeth. So there you go. A little look at some artwork, a little knowledge about some Conte Crayon, and I will catch you guys later.